The Crew Motorfest is my first step into the Crew franchise. It wasn't that I didn't know that it existed before, it's because I didn't think I liked racing games anymore. It wasn't until the release of Forza Horizon 5 that kinda got me really back into the genre. Before Horizon, the last racing game I played was Gran Turismo on the PS1. I don't know what it was, but I fell off racing games. I'm so glad I'm back though. When I learned that some cars carry over from the Crew too, I honestly thought about going back, and now, after playing the Crew Motorfest, I wish I did. I want to thank Ubisoft for providing a code for review. And honestly, thank you for giving me a reason to try this game. And also, I want to thank everybody watching this, so you can please leave a like and subscribe, that'd be great, thanks. I've been having so much fun playing Motorfest, and I plan on playing a lot more after this review. It's the first game in a long time that I want to go back to and think about playing when I'm not playing. Something about ripping around the streets in a fast car, or better yet, turn that car into a plane instantly, we'll talk about that more, is so appealing to me. During this review, I will be comparing it to Forza because, obviously, it's the only other racing game I've played, and it does look a lot like it. The game is cross-play and is cross-platform for multiplayer, which should help populate those lobbies when you're playing any of those live events or the multiplayer. There's 15 playlists, 4 live game modes, and 600 plus cars to unlock in the Crew Motorfest. All the major car brands are represented, so there's a lot to choose from. Like everything nowadays, people want to know about the graphics setting, and if for some reason that's like a barometer of whether the game is good or not sometimes. The game offers 2 graphical modes on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, Quality Mode and Performance. In Quality Mode, the resolution is 2160p at 30 frames per second. The game looks beautiful on this mode, but for me, I need those FPSs when I'm playing a racing game. So I played on Performance Mode, which is a dynamic 1440p, but we get those crisp 60 frames per second. I played this review totally on the PS5. You're not going to get those sweet graphics, you're going to get those better response times, and I feel more enjoyable experience when you're playing on Performance Mode. Graphically, Horizon looks better, but that's not to say the Crew doesn't look like an amazing game. It's beautiful in its own right. You can't help but compare the two games. The Crew does suffer from time to time with some draw distance issues, but makes up for it how it plays. There's a lot going on in the world of the Crew, and I feel there's a lot more going on the screen while driving around. Hawaii looked beautiful, and I got sometimes lost while playing this game driving along the coast. I would spend some of my time playing just driving around the open world, taking screenshots and doing photo ops just to find these beautiful areas that they've created in this world. They did a great job highlighting what Hawaii has to offer and gave us some biomes to drive in throughout the island, like city streets, beaches, fields, volcanoes, mountains, rainforests, just to name a few. I was blown away on how in-depth the map was in the menu. Honestly, I've never seen a map look this good. It's a live map as well, so you can see cars moving around on the map, and if you're looking for a treasure or any item to find, you can actually zoom in on the map and you can find it on the map, pinpoint it, and then drive to it. There's many different playlists, and all these playlists offered a different variety and didn't make the game feel stale at all. There's no story in the game, but there is what is called a main mission path. So there's a lot to do in this game, which includes playlists, challenge, events, drive feats, and even multiplayer battle royale and live events. Once you've completed the main mission playtests, which are American Hustle, Hawaiian Scenic, Made in Japan, Rule the Streets presented by Donut, and 9/11 Legacy, you unlock more of the map events, cars, challenges, and feats. All these playlists are replayable, so you can beat previous times or records that you made during each event. I have to say these playlists have such a high presentation level when it comes to cutscenes or when you unlock cars. I was blown away. Each one offered a different variety and type of racing to perform that didn't feel stale and added to the variety of the game. The level and detail in the city streets in the Made in Japan playlist looks something out of a Fast and the Furious movie and really added to the ambiance. The neon lights gave the city streets a sense of character and made you feel like it was helping tell the story of this playlist. My favorite by far was Rule the Streets presentation by Donuts, who I wasn't familiar with before playing the game, but I am now. Instantly subscribed to them on YouTube after this playlist. It added humor and variety to the game, and after watching their channel, I felt like I was living out some of their YouTube videos. Their playlist felt a lot different than any of the others, and even their challenges you unlock after adding even more variety to the game. They even have a challenge where you drive a pickup truck. It says it's in neutral, and as you keep getting laps, it goes faster and faster. But here's the catch. There's no brakes, and then you have to avoid hitting pylons that are scattered around the edges of the track. I think I hit about 23 in this one. Each playlist has events after completing them that you earn rewards, and you can get XP boosts, upgrades for your car, or even special cars. Those special cars can be used in challenges unlocked from those playlists. You can also earn more special rewards. There's even more playlists you can unlock by completing challenges and events and using the money that you earned to purchase and unlock them. I didn't find it hard to rack up cash and was able to unlock cars like the iconic DeLorean or other playlists like Dreams of Cars or Off-Roading Addicts very easily. I would suggest spending your money on these playlists once you've accumulated enough to purchase the cars to unlock them, because it unlocks so many more activities on the map. Off-roading Addicts is a ton of fun, and you get to drive a variety of vehicles that aren't just cars. I alluded to it earlier, but the Crew Motorfest isn't about only driving fast cars. You can also drive planes, ATVs, motorbikes, and boats. It's a seamless switch to any vehicle type on the PlayStation by simply pressing R3, and then you select which vehicle you want to turn into. You're going to need to get used to this as well, because some challenges and events need you to switch vehicle types at a moment's notice. Driving feels great and your car is responsive, and the terrain and driving matters, so use the proper vehicle for the proper biomes or challenges. The drifting is fun, and I will say this, it isn't a racing sim. It's 100% an arcade racer. If you're looking for a racing sim, this mostly likely isn't the game for you. Every vehicle has nitro, which is awesome, and you're gonna need to use them to beat previous times or even the cars in front of you. The Crew does offer a season pass, which includes 3 cars at launch and an additional 25 that you will get over the course of the first season. The roadmap says that you unlock around 2 cars a month, but at launch they gave us 3, which are exclusive to the season pass. The cars in the year 1 pass are the 2023 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat Red Eye at launch, the 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS, which is also at launch, the 2021 BMW M4 Competition Coupe, which is at launch. Then you have the Nissan 24 SX S14, which comes out on October 4th, the Nissan Z, which comes out on October 4th, the Ferrari 308 GTS, which comes out on November 8th, the Ferrari SF90 Strato, which comes out on the 8th of November. Other cars will be announced at a later date. The rewards and progression path do not require you to buy the season pass, but if you're wanting to drive all the cars that I even mentioned or unlock a lot of cars in the future, you're probably going to need it. Each season will have a feature program to complete, which will have rewards to obtain like the Ford Mustang Shelby, which you earn by completing the American Muscle playlist. Right now, it's one of my favorite cars to drive in the game. Season 1 starts in September and ends in November, but they have a lot of content planned for that time and a lot of reward. The Crew does have microtransactions, but you can also unlock the exact same vehicles by actually just playing the game, doing the live events, and doing the playtest, which will unlock all the cars. And as of right now, it doesn't feel like a grind at all. If a game has microtransactions, as long as I can still earn them by playing the game and it doesn't feel like a grind, I'm okay with that. The multiplayer aspect is intriguing, and I did try out the Battle Royale, which is like a destruction derby that drops you out of the sky and you land in an area with a circle that's closing in on you with up to 28 players. While you're in that circle, you can drive around and you can get points. They have power-ups that you can collect, and it's pretty fun mode. But for me, I'm not big of a multiplayer guy, so I didn't really play a lot of the matches. I played about 3. On the first try, this was during the 3-day early access, I was having issues getting players to play with. Since launch of the game, I've had 0 issue filling up the lobbies. Along with the Battle Royale, they also have live races you can be a part of and win unique rewards. The Crew Motorfest is by no means a perfect game, but for me, it's a great game. I've been in a gaming slump this year, and I've had a hard time finding a game that I want to continue to go back to, but it's got its hooks in me. It has its flaws and quirks. I do feel they're not giving enough tutorial on how each challenge works, and I wish they could have icons on the maps for photo ops and challenges instead of them popping up while you're driving. I wish I could just pinpoint on the map and go to them and see them there, but instead you got to drive around and they just pop up and tell you that it's around. You can go into the main menu and then go into what's called the main stage, look it up that way, but still, it doesn't tell you exactly on the map where everything is. These are just quality of life complaints, and only because I'm playing in what I call the endgame territory, so I'm trying to find everything to knock those checklists out of the way and get all the events and challenges done. I would say the Crew Motorfest will be the game I continue to play throughout this year, and I highly recommend to any arcade racing fan. If you're a PlayStation player and you've heard everyone gush over Forza Horizon 5 over in the Xbox land, then go out and try the Crew. They're even offering a 5-hour free trial on any console, so what do you got to lose? Let me know in the comments though if you're interested in playing the Crew Motorfest this year, and if you're not, let me know that as well.